Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Darren. Hope you're all well and safe and having a good stitchy week. So today, as you can see, we're going to stitch on my supersized tiger family. This was the easiest one to pick. So let's get you zoomed in and hope you can see what I'm doing. I might have to just try and figure out where I am. Apologies if you can hear the dog. It's next door's dog. Obviously someone's around. Just hoping I'm in the right spot. So, if you watch my update video, you will notice that the elephant won the round. So that one will be getting ordered. I haven't ordered it yet. Obviously, it's still Saturday here. I've been working on my college course. So I've done a couple of hours on that and I thought, right, I'll have a break. So I thought, why not record my stitch with me? I still need to figure out how to keep my hand out of the way. So I think I'm on top of my college on this one. I've got, I think, 2 questions left to do. One should be pretty straightforward. It's just having to find a format online. Trying to find a format online that's for Australia and not for America. It's going to be the fun part. All the forms I've found so far are for America. Even though I put in forms in Australia, it still brings up American ones. So, I don't know what's going off there. But I'm getting on top of it, I think. So, I think I mentioned in my last one I had to do something about a mortgage. Well, that one actually turned out to be easier than I thought. So they actually gave you a link to follow for a form, and then it was a case of put 6 things in, and that was it. It was done. I was like, oh, I can do that one. That one was easy. So that one wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. So I've just got one which is a form to find, and then one final part which I just need to double check on, because I think I've done it right, but I'm not 100% sure. I just need to double check it, and then it should be good. Right, so you will probably see me jumping around a little bit on here. So this is what when I say on my video, I'm doing it on here. So I'll work a 10 by 10 block. So I'll pick each colour, and then I will cross country that through my pattern. So I'm not just doing the 10 by 10 block itself, I'm doing all over. So you will see me still jumping around, doing cross country. And then trying to figure out where I am. So work-wise, I have had a lot of timber turn up for my saw. I've got loads. So I'm busy. I've got a lot to do. But the boss is now making it even easier for me, because with my timber I have to mark it. And stamp it. So he's now getting somebody else to do all the marking part, because that's the part that takes me the longest, because I have to go through and sort the wood out. So he's got somebody else doing that for me now, so I don't have to do that part, which is even better. So that's going to speed me up a bit. Which is good, because it is a slow job the job I'm doing. Still haven't heard anything about my new saw yet. I'm still hoping that one's going to turn up soon. Preferably before we hit winter, because when we get to winter, my saw does not like winter at all. It doesn't like starting. So I'm hoping I'm going to get a new saw before winter. Fingers crossed. So I spoke to my mum on Sunday, so she's really happy with the memorabilia. And I said my brother hasn't had a chance to find a frame yet. So according to mum, he's not really had a chance to look because he's been working. So I was like, fair enough. So hopefully he should be able to get on with that soon. And then, so once it's done, I'll be able to show you how they've finished it. I was telling my mum that if it needs ironing, of how to do it, and she said, "Oh, it doesn't need ironing." I said, "Are you sure? It's been in a parcel, like in an envelope, be creased to anything." She went, "No, it's fine. It doesn't need ironing." I was like, "Okay then." I'm pretty sure it will do. So, no doubt my brother will let me know soon enough. And I don't even know if you can see where I am on that. You probably couldn't. Never mind. So I apologise as well. You'll probably hear me opening and closing the tubs. The hardest part is I've got the kitty, under the cover again. So I can't put my tubs where I normally do, so I'm having to stretch to where I put them. So apologies if you hear any loud clicks all of a sudden. That's just me. So again, on my update video, one of the added parts I put in, because I forget to add parts in, was a chance to win a chart donated by one of you guys. So it's a lavender and lace, one of the Celtic Ladies Spring. So if you are interested, head over there and have a look and put in if you want it. I'm keeping an eye on the weather as well, so I may have to run in a minute. I'll put the washing out. I had the washing on while I was doing my update video, and just as the washer finished, the heavens opened. So, oh come on, it wasn't meant to rain today. But it didn't rain for long, so I managed to get the washing out. And it seems to have cleared up a little bit, but it's still a bit overcast, so I don't know if we're going to get any more. Half of it's already dried, so I've brought that in. So if I have to run out, it's only for a couple of things, which is good. Say there's only 2 of us who live here. I have, the wash machine has got 1, 2, 3, 5 lines on it. So it's one of these retractable ones, although it never gets retracted. And we always fill 3 of the lines up, sometimes onto the 4th. And there's only 2 of us here. That's mainly all work gear, because obviously it's working, well, you'd think me mainly, because I'm on the saws, so I get dirty. And you'd think Shane wouldn't be, because he's only in the truck, but nope, he gets just as dirty. It's like, how? So yeah, so it's mainly all work clothes. 5 lots of, well, 5 lots each work clothes. So I do have a couple of questions today, which is good. So we'll go through those in a second. And you may hear my phone go off today. Shane's at work, I'm not. So it's overtime. But I needed to get this college assessment done because it has to be in by tomorrow. So I was like, nah, I can't risk going to work because we wouldn't be back home till about 2 o'clock. I was like, I need to make sure I get it finished because otherwise I'm going to be rushing and I'm going to do a lot of mistakes on it. So I was like, no, I'm not going to work. So when they come round, well, I wasn't sure if there was going to be overtime on anyway. And then they come round. Well, Shane actually found out Thursday that they was going to be doing overtime. And the boss asked one of the lads to go around and ask everybody. So he did it 10 minutes before we finished yesterday. He come around asking everybody if they wanted to work. I was like, really? You've known about it since the day before when the boss asked you to do it, and you come around 10 minutes before we finish on a Friday to see if you want to work overtime. Well, lucky for me, when they asked Shane, Shane already told them I wouldn't be anyway because they knew I had my assessment to do. So yeah, so he's there, and from there he's got to go to Bunnings, which is our DIY shop, because he went there the other week because I needed a new mop head. Mine fell to bits. So while he was there, he picked up a mop head. Well, this mop head doesn't fit on my handle. So he's having to go back to have it change it or get a new handle. But yeah, we thought, well, the type of mop it is, they'd be all universal. But no. Just gonna be too strong there. Let's try that again. There we go. I haven't got my headphones in today because Shane wasn't taking the work bag. And then when I got up, Shane took the work bag and that's got my headphones in. So I'm hoping you can hear me okay. And if you can hear that bird in the background, he's been around, hanging around for the last 2 or 3 days. I think he's a little wagtail or something like that. But he's a right chirpy little thing. He's after the bugs. But he's just been hanging around the house for the last couple of days, which the cats are enjoying. Well, he's enjoying teasing the cats, I think. Right, let's do these 4 stitches and then I'll start finding the questions out. Let's just mark them. Right. Let's have a look. Questions. Do. Excuse me. Okay, we're back. Typical. Had to run outside and do that. I knew it was going to rain. just knew it. I've got to try and find out where I am. That one. So, right, questions. So, I've managed to skewer my thread somehow. I don't know how to manage that. I hate it when that happens. I do it all the time. Not bad to say these are not meant to split the threads. What I'll do is get it over. Come on. You can do it. Or not. So now I'm gonna end up in a right mess here in a second. So while I'm doing this, let's do the questions. Gotcha. Yep. Right. So the first one is from Jody, who asked basically what fabric I ordered for doing my mirabilia, and it was linen. So it was meant to be permanent linen, but I couldn't get the one that he said. So I just ordered one from JK's, which was a Belfast linen, I think it was. So it was linen. And then the next part, I mentioned that I have the windows and doors open and everything with regards to the heat. And she asked, does nobody use window air conditioners in Australia, or do they cost too much? So, some people do them. You don't see them as much as you used to. A lot of people now have the ones that go in the wall, so they don't have the window ones. There are still a couple of people who do use those ones. It would be nice to have one here, but I think a lot of the windows here now, though, they slide sideways. I don't know if they've always done that. The one in this house, they open upwards, so the old sash windows. So those ones will be quite good for the window air cons. But yeah, you don't seem to get those much nowadays. It's all the ones that are in the wall. And then I was on in about flights, and she asked how long would my flight be to the UK. So normally it's 24 hours, but that's with 1 or 2 stops in it, so it's not direct 24 hours. So normally it's broken up into, normally the ones I get, it's broken into 3. So for example, it would be like from here to Dubai, then Dubai to Singapore, Singapore to Manchester. So normally each one's between 7.5 and 8.5 hours long. Every now and then we do get the enough direct flight. So you'll do one leg which is about 8 hours, and then the next one is like 16.5 hours. That one's the killer. The 16.5 hour one, that one's a proper killer. So that's that one. And then all the rest are from today, I think. Well, not today, from last stitch with me. I've only just taking screenshots of them. So, with regards to my bowling, CJ says she can understand why people would want to go bowling with me. Seemed like it would be a good laugh. And then Darth Vader's teacher says yes, but you need to wear a crash helmet. But yeah, it would definitely be a good laugh. I enjoy hanging around with people. I have a right laugh with them. Some people, you know, you just click and you just have a laugh straight away. Some people are a bit hard work, but hey, there we go. And she'd also said she'd like to know what Shane's like. So Shane's a shy kind of person to start with. Till he gets to know you, he's a shyish person. He doesn't speak much. But once you've got alcohol in him, he doesn't stop talking. So yeah, but once he gets to know you, so once he's seen you like once or twice, he will talk to you. And he will have a laugh with you. He's not one of these who comes out with witty stuff all the time. Every now and then he'll come out with something witty, but he's not realised it was how witty it was. So, but yeah, he's the more reserved kind of person. He's not as outgoing as me. But once he's had a drink, you can't shut him up. He'll talk to anybody and everybody. She also says she obviously missed the boat as well about what I'm studying at college. So at college I am studying, it's accountancy, bookkeeping and payroll is what I am studying at college. You couldn't just do like payroll or accountancy, it's all in one. So I was hoping to just do accountancy, but never mind. I don't mind. Payroll looks like it might be interesting. And she says, have a good stitchy week and don't kill your neighbour. He was out there yesterday mowing. And we had a quick shower and he was still out there mowing. It's like, really, it's raining, stop mowing, get inside. And today he's out there fixing a caravan. I don't know what he's doing to the caravan, but he's fixing the caravan. So the next one is from Sue. If your YouTube blows up your phone, I was mentioning about with regards to the results. What does Shane think about it since he doesn't know about your FlossTube channel? Shane doesn't know it blows up my phone. 9 out of 10 all the answers I get, well, messages I get from there, normally while I'm asleep. So I'll turn my phone up when I take it off of Do Not Disturb in the morning. There's a load of stuff there. But obviously my phone's always going off as well from one of the FlossTube groups I'm in, because we're always chatting in there. So he probably just thinks it's that because it's near enough the same noise anyway. She also asked, what's happening with my craft room? Do you have anything else done to it yet? Nope, it's still exactly the same. Well, no, I tell you, it's not the same. The TV's now gone out of it. So the TV in the drawers that the TV was sat on have now gone into the other bedroom because Shane wanted to play on the PlayStation, and he says, well, I can't play on the PlayStation while you're doing your studying. So instead of just taking the PlayStation into the living room, he took the whole set of drawers and the TV into the back bedroom. So that's gone. But other than that, everything's still exactly the same. Just a bit more mess on my desk from my college work. And she also said maybe my neighbour's mower sounds louder because he's got a new microphone. Yeah, he's probably got a microphone connected up to a big speaker and his back door or something like that. Now I can't thread my needle again. Next one is from Darth Vader Stitches, who asked, would you be able to retell me where you get your kits, e.g. Pain-Free Crafts? I can't remember the other ones. So I've only actually got kits from Pain-Free Crafts. My other kits my older kits I got from Hobbycraft in the UK. You can also get kits from Custom Crafts. I don't know if they actually do kits much no more. I went on there the other day just to have a look. And they don't seem to have many kits. They have some which are on the clearance ones for like $15 or whatever, but they don't have as many kits as they used to do. I know you can get them kits done from Charting Creations, so yeah, Charting Creations. So if there's a chart on there you like, you can get that kitted up as well. And she has a lot, so if there's a chart there that doesn't have a kit option, you can message her. I saw this on Facebook the other day. Said you can message her and she'll sort out kitting it up for you, or get you a price for kitting it up. And then you can get also some kits as well from JK's, which is in Australia. So JK's Cross Stitch Supplies, or just search on Amazon. Amazon have all like your dimensions and stuff like that, so you can get bothy kits. I think it's pronounced bothy kits, and we get them from there as well. Oh, I didn't need many of them stitches. So yeah, so you can get them from there. And the boys also wanted to know what happened to the my phone going off. The boys like the sound of the I don't care. So you may hear that later on today. And I'll say Shane has gone out shopping, so after work, to try and sort my mop out. So he actually rang me while I was fetching the washing in. So had I been on here, you would have heard it then. But he wasn't in two minds whether to go to Runnings to change my mop or not. He's at another shop at the moment. So he's going to see if they do mops. Come here. So yeah, so they may hear it later on. It may go off. The next one's from Jane, who asks if I've told anybody about my floss tubes yet. Nope, only you lot. I was thinking about telling Shane the other day, but I never did, because he disappeared. He went out. So yeah, so no, I still haven't told him yet. Nobody else knows either. One day I might tell him. And she said maybe my neighbour is also trying to get out of the way of somebody over there. That's why he's always outside cutting the grass. It is a possibility, but as I mentioned, one of mine, his wife also goes out there sometimes as well and helps him. So normally one will be doing the whippersnipping and one will be on the ride on. So right, that's all the questions. Wow, that wasn't many. It didn't take long at all. Right, where are we? There. Looks like it's stopped raining now. I'll wait a bit longer. If it still stays stuck, I'll put the washing back in. Got about 6 things that just need finishing off. Well, now they need a bit more longer out there because it got a bit wet. It was that really fine rain that gets you really, really wet. Or as I call it, the wet rain. Right, there we go. So yeah, on my update video as well, on my, I think it was my first added on part, I mentioned obviously with Mania coming up, I know Mania, the Facebook group is no more. Some people are still doing Mania. I think it's just habit nowadays, it's been going for so long. Now I mentioned I was gonna work on my 7 pieces that I have on my very first video. So I thought that might be a good way of getting some progress on them. So 7 whips would be Chief Eagle Spirit, the Egyptian Queen, this one, Tiger of the Heavens, hang on, Chief Eagle Spirit, Egyptian Queen, this one, Tiger of the Heavens, Mini Deer Creek, which as you know I have started again, so I can stitch on that one. London, I think was the other one, and the other one would have been Will of Water, but that one's finished, so that one will be getting subbed out for one of my focus pieces, which is the Woodland Christmas. I think that was 7. So Woodland Christmas, Tiger of the Heavens, London, Tiger Family, Mini Deer Creek, Chief Eagle Spirit, and Egyptian Queen. So that's what I'm thinking of doing. So it means that all those will get 4 days each. Obviously 31 days in the month, so some will get a couple more days depending on the day of the week. So yeah, so I thought that may be a good idea to get some good progress in on those ones. As I say, let me know what you think. You think it's a good idea doing it that way, or would you prefer me to just mix it up and work on different projects each week? And I say, because if I do it that way, you'll be seeing the whole 7 projects all the time for the next 4 weeks. I know some of you are not bothered which I'm working on. I'm just happy to see the progress. I'm just thinking I'll get my butt into gear and get moving on those ones. I've even been thinking about plans for next year already, and we're only in April, so these will probably change. But next year I was thinking of concentrating on, well, having focus pieces, but my focus pieces will be on projects that I know I can finish in a year, or getting close to finishing in a year. So it'd be like ones with like smaller stitch counts. So for example, London is only, I think it works out about 78,000 stitches. So depending on how much I get done on that one. I'm doing it again. Got my thread gone through the needle, gone through the thread. So yeah, so like London, 78,000 stitches on that one. So it's like that one, if I have that as a main focus piece, I can probably get that one finished. Mini Deer Creek, that one's 78,000 stitches. I can get that one finished in a year. Some of the other ones that I'm going to be starting will probably only be small ones because they're from Pain Free Crafts, and they're generally smaller stitch amounts. Got the one that Kelly got me today, well on what I told you about today, Saturday, which was the Howling Wolf one. That one, I put that in Pad and Keeper yesterday. That's only 60,000 stitches, so I can get that one done in a year. So I was thinking maybe just concentrating on certain ones and aiming to get those finished, and if I get work on the other ones, so be it. If I don't, then I don't. But I was thinking that kind of thing. But we'll see how we go when it gets toward next year and how many whips I've got. Because I really do need to get my whips down a bit. Well, I know I'm going to be starting 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm going to be starting 4, at least 4 that I know of. Maybe 5 this year. I wanted that still threaded. So that's going to bump my whip count up, unless I can get some good stitching in on some of the other ones to get them finished. So we'll see how we go. One spot. This one will more than likely be one of my weekend pieces again next year. Because I'm enjoying this one. And seeing as I've got the tiger on there and I can see something, it makes you want to continue stitching it. That's the good thing with this one, is you've got so many different things to focus on because there's all these different animals. So it keeps you interested. So I'm definitely going to be having this one out again next year, I think. So I was racking my brain around other stories I could tell you for this week. I haven't come up with any yet. Although I did get tagged in some photos from when I was at school. Now, when I was at school, I was always in the school plays. So I did Joseph and his Tentacle Dreamcoat. So me and my brother. What have we done there? I think I've just put that in the wrong spot. No, I haven't. So me and my brother were the servants in that one. So we was on stage nearly all the time. Did Cats. No, that was only in the choir. What else did we do? When I was in high school, I think I was only in one play at high school, and that was Cabaret. And I played one of the singing waiters in that one. So there was 4 of us. So that was fun. So with the outfit and the makeup on that we had to wear, I looked like Julian Clary. So for those of you who don't know who Julian Clary is, which I'm sure most of you will, he was a comedian, if you like, from the UK. He always wore loads of makeup. It was quite funny, and it's like Julian Clary. So yeah, I look like him. And I had hair then as well. So I've actually got a photo of that. I'll have to find that out and I'll show you it on one of my videos. Well, that'll cheer you up. Yeah, I used to enjoy doing the school plays. I actually got kicked out of one of them. This was when I was in the middle school. There was it was one of my friends, but it was messing around in one of the rehearsals that we're doing. So I told him to shut up, and then I got kicked out for telling him to shut up because I wasn't singing the song, and he was messing around behind me. So I got kicked out of the play, and I wasn't allowed to join back in again because I was messing around too much. It was like, what, for telling someone to shut up? So yeah, so I got banned from that one. It was the only play I ever got kicked out of. The sun's coming out. It's starting to warm up in this room. It probably doesn't help that I've got the computer on as well. One thing I like about this computer is one of those where everything's all built in, so you don't have your separate tower and monitor. It's a lot quieter, so you can't actually hear it. Whereas like with the old tower ones that I used to have, you used to be able to hear the tower kicking or the fan kicking on the tower or whatever every now and then, and used to make a right racket. But this one's quite a quiet one, so I like that idea. Just not as fast as I want it to be. Okay, my phone seems to be really quiet for some reason. There we go. Knew it's fine eventually. Right, what are we at? About 30-ish minutes, I think. Okay, so this one says I've got one stitch. That should have been done. So I've done all the rest around it and then missed that one stitch. How clever am I? Let's get that one stitch filled in, otherwise I'll forget it. bird's still going off. He's enjoying himself out there. He keeps swooping down. I don't know if he's after spiders or bugs or what, but he's after something. He keeps swooping down and grabbing stuff. But I don't know what he's getting. Sits on the back gate. This little bird. And earlier on, I was pegging the washing out and was at the side of the house. It was actually flying around underneath the veranda roof. I don't know what he was after. So I spoke to him. So he come out and he sat on the roof. So I said hello to him again. So he come and sat on the washing line. I was like, okay, then you're a friendly bird. He was sat there for ages. I'm stood there talking away to this bird. So, if anyone would have walked past it, I thought I was crazy. Talking away to this bird, asking if he wanted some food. And then he flew off. Obviously, he's gone around the other side of the house. And now he's tormenting the cats. Well, he won't be because they're all asleep. Tiger's asleep on the washing machine. Why he's asleep on the washing machine, I have no idea. Sorry, I've just knocked you. Kitty's under this cover because it's not warm enough. And Ginger's in the sitting room. Normally when I'm in... Oh no, Ginger's just moved, he's having a drink. Normally when I'm in here, Ginger's in here as well. He's normally at my feet. Obviously today, he didn't want to be. Again, apologies for the clunking. Blame Kitty for that, because I can't get to where I need to be. Normally, when I'm working on this piece, I have my boxes behind me, so they're not in the way. But she's behind me under the covers, so I can't exactly put them down on top of her. So these are on my desk, so I have to keep leaning forward. But you're also on my desk as well. Still haven't found a light. As you know, I want a light for when I work on my white tiger, so I can see the fabric. Not the holes. Still haven't found a light yet. I went looking. I saw some and they're not cheap. The ones I'd seen were like $300. And it's like, I ain't paying that much for a lamp. Just for a daylight one. I even looked on some of the craft shops. And they were selling them for like $200-300. I think the dearest one I found was like $800 and something. It's like, yeah, that one can get stuffed. I'm not paying that much. So I think next time I go shopping, I'll have a look, see how much daylight bulbs cost. And if they don't cost much, then I'll see about just trying to find a normal lamp. But I mean, I had a look on, we have Target over here and Kmart. So I had a look on their websites. They do some freestanding lamps, so the upright ones. And again, even for their cheap ones, they're like $80. It's like, it's not cheap for a lamp. So I'll have to see what they're like. So, because we get a long weekend next weekend, probably venture out one of those days and go and have a look at them, and then decide if I want any of them or not. For that colour. That's parking somewhere around here. There. There's little yabbiter. Still isn't going off. How come DMC don't have all their colours grouped together? It would be so much easier. So all your blues under one under like one colour, like 500s, and then all your yellows under a colour, instead of having them all spread out all over the place. I was actually working out the other day how many needles I've actually gone through since I started stitching properly, so fully over here. I've gone through a lot. I was asking on the group that I'm in how often they change their needles, and some of them got when it falls to bits. One's still been using the same one needle for the last 2 years or so. It's like, how? And I worked it out. I've gone through, in the space of just over 2 years, I've gone through between 100 and 150 needles. And I was like, is that a lot? And they're like, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. So mine tarnish really easy. Now, I don't know if, I've mentioned this before, I don't know if it's due to the humidity over here or what, but yeah, my needles tarnish really, really quickly. It could be the type of needle I'm using as well, I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, so my needles tarnish really, really quick. So I think that's probably why. It's not like they break or anything like that, they just get all so rough and tarnished that I have to obviously switch them out, because otherwise it starts pulling the threads and everything, or fraying the threads. So I use the Bowie needles, or the ball tip needles like I'm using here at the moment. The ball tip needles are not cheap, like $7 for 2. It's like, yeah, no, can't keep afford buying them all the time. Although they are good, they last a little bit longer than my normal needles. But also as well, I think maybe my needles tarnish so much because, as I mentioned, this house gets pretty damp when it's rainy weather, and the humidity is high. So it does get a little bit damp in here. Now, how I had my projects before, they were in project bags, or those plastic bags that I normally have show, which I get from Amazon. They're in there, so I don't know if they were exactly, I know project bags are only material, so they probably not waterproof. And the other ones, I thought they might be okay. So I think they're just getting damp from moisture getting through the materials and stuff like that. So that's probably why my needles are tarnishing and what have you. So, but now I've got them in the plastic storage boxes that I bought the other week, and they're sealable. So I'm hoping now that they won't tarnish as much. Now, I don't know if you're like me, I have a needle in every single project. I don't take them off, I leave them, like so. This one I have 2, and they are my needle minders. So I don't know if that's got anything to do with it as well. The fact that I leave them connected to there and I don't take them off and put them away anyway. So that might have something to do with why they tarnish so quickly as well. Who knows? Time will tell. Now, did anyone keep count of how long I've been recording before it started raining? Because I didn't. So what are we up to? We're up to 40 minutes on this part. I'm going to say at least maybe 5 minutes on the other one. Maybe. Maybe a little bit longer. So I'll tell you what, we'll do one more colour. And then we'll call it. Ginger there. Must have heard me talking about him. He'll probably come and lay at my feet. I don't know why he lays at my feet. There's all this sofa in here and all the floor, but he has to lay right on my feet. Which you don't mind, but every now and then he attacks your feet for no apparent reason whatsoever, and his claws are sharp. I do take them to get the claws cut when they get too long. I don't know why they're so long. Well, why they get so long so fast. Because they've got loads of scratch posts and they're always scratching them and climbing. But it's probably because they're not outside. Obviously climbing fences and stuff like that. I don't know. But yeah, I get them cut. Probably about every 3 months I end up having to get the claws cut. When the kittens and gingers claws grow really, really fast. They seem to get really sharp. They've still got like kitten claws. I don't know why. They're almost 3. So they start getting stuck on stuff. So when they start getting stuck on stuff, I know it's time to get them claws cut. So, and you can hear Ginge. He sounds like he's wearing tap shoes as he's walking across the wooden floor. I'll pull the thread through somehow. So yeah, so that's when you know he needs his claws cutting, because he sounds like a tap dancer. But Kitty normally gets stuck to blankets or something like that, so that's when I know she needs her claws cutting. She's one of these, she'll get herself stuck and she'll sit there trying to chew a nail off. And then you go to help her and she starts struggling. It's like, you're going to break your leg. Stay still while I get you unhooked. She got me the other day. She wanted to play. I was playing with her. And she managed to hook a claw into the back of my hand. Don't know how she managed it. Oh, I don't know if you can see. Where's my camera? Somewhere around here. There we go. There. She managed to hook herself in. Right there. Oh, that one was painful. Took me ages to get her unhooked. Of course, she thought I was still playing with her. It's like, no, get off, you're hurted. So she was kicking me with her back legs, thinking I was still playing. I was like, no, you're stuck in my arm. Or my hand. I need to get you out. So yeah, that took me ages. It was really go sharp. No, didn't need as much of that one as I thought either. Right, where are we parking you? There. Alright, so we're about 50 minutes-ish, I think, of this stitch with me. Let's see me back. There we go. You can see it all now. So, made a bit of progress. We've done 120 stitches, which ain't too bad. No. Yeah, 120 stitches, so that's not too bad. So I'm going to leave it there. So again, any questions or comments, please feel free to drop those down below. Again, usual stuff. You can email me if you wish. Email address dizzystitcher@gmail.com, or I'm on Instagram as dizzystitcher. And there's my Facebook group as well. You can always message me on there. So again, thank you very much for watching. And as I say, I'll dig the photo out probably for next week's one, and I'll show you what I looked like when I was at school, which is quite scary because my hair looks like a wig. It literally does. It looks like I've got a wig on. Because my hair was two-toned. I was blonde, so the bottom part of my hair was like darker than the top, so it always used to look like I wore a wig. So if I can find the picture, I'll put it on next week. So yeah, you'll enjoy that one. You'll have a laugh at that. But needless to say, that's why my hair always used to be spiky when I was at school, because then the gel made my hair all one colour. So right guys, on that note, I'm going. So again, thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, happy stitching, and I'll catch you in my next video, which will be my update video at the weekend. As I say, I don't know whether it'll be Saturday or Sunday, with it being Easter weekend. I know we're meant to be going to Shane's mum's on one of the days, but I don't know which date. But obviously you'll find out when it comes around to my update video. So again guys, thank you very much for watching. Take care, and bye bye for now.